The UFC interim featherweight title is on the line at UFC 284. Will it be Yair Rodriguez or Josh Emmett getting it done? See who fighters are picking in the latest edition of MMA Pros Pick.
Yeah, that's a good one. Man. I don't know. I think Yair Rodriguez, he's tough, and he has this solid kicks and the movement. Of course, Emmett has that boxing and the wrestling, but I go with Yair.
Yair. I like his creative striking. I think he'll be able to open up and catch him with some flying shit.
Emmett? I think Emmett. I think that I like to see Emmett finally get the shine that I think that he kind of deserves. So I'm going to go Josh.
If I had to choose, I'd go with Yair Rodriguez on that one. Just knowing those guys is just kind of like super unpredictable and has a lot of great skill sets underneath his belt. So if I had to guess, I would say Yair Rodriguez in that fight.
Man, I like Josh Emmett, yeah. Man, I'm going with Josh Emmett, man. I feel like he has some dynamite in those hands, yo. He might flatline Yair.
I'm gonna have to go with Emmett. He's got the wrestling background. I also like wrestling, love wrestling, so I'm gonna go with Josh Emmett.
I'm gonna say Emmett, man. That guy's tough as nails. He's got hands. So
I'm gonna go with Rodriguez. Yeah, he's flashy and unpredictable, and I think that probably plays well for him in that fight.
Oh man, when you come to talk about styles, Josh Emmett, big power puncher. I remember watching him and Calvin Kattar fight, and Josh Emmett throws bombs. I think Calvin was landing way more, but what you saw in that fight was even when Josh missed, the force he threw behind each one of his punches like pushed Calvin in a certain direction. Like I think Calvin outstruck him by far, but I think the power of his punches. So if Josh Emmett lands, he's a serious problem. But also Yair's a much prettier striker. So this is what you like style-wise. This is, clean striking versus raw, brute power. I don't see it going to the ground. I see them, standing there toe-to-toe and creating those angles. But skill-wise, Yair's striking is going to be a serious problem. Josh Emmett's power is going to be a problem. This is if Josh Emmett lands, he lands, and I don't think Yair can handle that.
I got Josh Emmett, man. The dude's a gangster, right? And I think him and I's style are very similar, so it's ride or die, Josh Emmett.
Oh, that's a good matchup. I would probably go with Josh Emmett. I think he just has so much power in his hands that if he can land one good shot, it could be over.
Dude, that's a good fight too, man. Josh Emmett is they're what's not, I'm saying these guys are beasts. Like anybody in the UFC is there for anybody in the UFC is there for a reason. But I mean, especially dude, top 15, top 10, top 5, man, any given day, any given night, any one of those guys could beat any one of them because they all possess the skills to do so. So I think personally, Yair is going to be just unbelievably creative and long and hard to walk down. And I think it's going to put Emmett at a great disadvantage, being shorter, stockier, in range for his kicks the whole time. And I think that's Yair's bread and butter, is his creativeness with his hands to set up his kicks. And I really feel like I would not doubt if Yair catches him and puts him to sleep with a head kick at some point.
I think Emmett, man, he's so fundamentally disciplined and has so much power. I think at some point he's going to end up catching Yair, even though Yair is so dynamic.
Josh Emmett. Yeah, I think he's a little more technical. He's got great wrestling and stuff too. So if he needs to, he can take it there. Yair's got some fancier striking and stuff like that, but I think just the technique of Josh Emmett and the power is gonna win him the fight.
Yeah, I'm not biased at all on that one, not at all. But 100% Emmett. Definitely Emmett's taking that one, probably by knockout.
I'd like to pick Emmett only because he got that win against my buddy Kattar there, and I gotta if somebody beats one of my friends, obviously I want them to be successful as well. So it looks and reflects better on anybody that they might beat.
I like Rodriguez. I just think he's a bit wild, not wild in the sense he makes mistakes. I just like his style. When you think he's not going to be able to hit you, he's going to hit you. But in Josh Emmett, what you've got is somebody tough, haven't you? You've got somebody who's blood, sweat, that throwback to MMA of yesteryear, who can just bring out the bag and drop some heavy shots. So it's that hammer versus the more point of the spear, you know. The hammer's just coming in to smash in Josh Emmett, and I believe that Rodriguez is just too impressive with his skill level's through the roof. And not saying that Josh Emmett isn't, but I'm just falling into Rodriguez.
Man, this one's hard because I think Yair, he has more tools, you know, but Josh has so much power. He needs just one. He just needs to connect one hard punch, you know. So it's gonna be 5 rounds, right?
Yeah, 5 rounds. Yeah.
I would say Josh, maybe KO.
That's an interesting one. It's probably gonna go with how everybody thinks it's gonna go. It's either gonna be Josh Emmett clips him, or Yair is gonna move around him, throw what he always throws, outpoint him. I see Yair being able to outpoint Josh Emmett, but I see Josh Emmett being able to finish Yair. So I think I'm not sure who takes that, but I think it's gonna go one of the two ways.
If you had to give the edge to someone, though, I think Yair's the favorite. Do you agree with that, or should it be Emmett?
I don't know. I think Emmett is more stable in what he does. He's gonna box consistently throughout, low kicks and all that stuff. If he makes use of that and takes Yair's main weapons away from him and starts chopping him, I think that could be his advantage. So I would give him the edge. Actually, I don't know why Yair's the favorite. Actually, I'm surprised about that one. If Yair had a little crisper boxing, I would agree with the favoritism, but I think Emmett got it, and I think if he mixes it up with wrestling, I think he secures the fight pretty handily.
Yeah, Josh Emmett have some bombs in this hand, but Rodriguez, it's always, he can surprise, man. He's tall, he can keep this distance, he have good knee. Josh Emmett get knocked out in the past, huh? So maybe Rodriguez.